Hi everyone, it's Diane with Sew Boutique, and today is Fabric Friday. I'm really excited today to share with you a few plans for various garment projects that we have on my planning table, and hopefully I can accomplish all of them before the end of May. I'm also going to share with you a book that I was introduced to that I really love, and I think it would be great to have on your sewing room shelf as a reference. And also I'm going to answer a couple of customer questions along the way. So I'd like to get started with the various projects that I have planned for the rest of May. And they're all garment projects, and they all relate to adding something new to your wardrobe, my wardrobe. Hopefully you will enjoy these as much as I do, but I always look at using and incorporating each one of our fabrics into what I'm going to be wearing basically for this summer season. So we have representation from our Batik Rayon collection, our Batik Jersey Knit, Batik Cotton Jersey Knit, which is everything that's behind me here, and our Batik Linen, because there is no better fabric to wear in the summer than linen, and I think it's going to be so much fun. Let's start with the first top/tunic that I am working on. It's right behind me here. I did not finish it. I was hoping to get it done yesterday and I did not. So I decided to show you what I've done so far. And this is the Simplicity 9275. And it's a top and tunic specifically for Jersey Knit. I previously made this with our Jersey Knit in the Violetta motif colorway of Malbec, which is the same colorway I'm wearing right now. And I'll put up a picture of that particular garment, and I really love it. On that version, I incorporated the pocket in my garment, and I love it. It's really a neat little feature. So this version is going to be the same 3/4 length that I did previously without the pocket. I'm just going to make the simple top. And this is the Jersey Knit Phoenix motif, and the colorway is Soft Serve. It's really a delicate shade of pinks and yellow and turquoise and mint, and I think it's just going to be a really cute top that I can wear with shorts or capris or something like that. And this top is, since it is for a Jersey Knit, I actually had to downsize on this one because previously I made a size 14. I felt it was a little too big, and so I actually bumped it down to a 12. And I think it's going to be so much better, which is good. So this is, if you're looking for a simple Jersey Knit top and you want something that has a little bit of detail, this has princess seams and instead of a dart, and I think it really adds to the design of this particular garment. The next top I'm going to make is a Butterick top, and it is number 6416. I selected this one for 2 reasons. One, it has a long sleeve variation for cooler temperatures, and it also has a short sleeve. And it has various neckline options, which I really do like the options instead of one pattern that has one garment on it. So I really do like the options. This one I am going to make as a short sleeve, but I think I'm going to do this version where we have a different fabric accenting the shoulder and the arm area instead. And I have selected from our rayon, this is specifically for a woven fabric, I've selected 2 blue shades. One is, I'm going to stand up and hold these for you, but the main garment is going to be our Violetta in the shade of Lake. And the drape on these Batik rayons, if you're not familiar with our rayon, is really amazing. And I'm going to accent it with our Copen Actually, it's not Copen, it's sapphire. So I think that'll give a very, very nice look to the shoulder area and then the rest of the garment. I think it's just going to be really, really cute. I was going to make it out of one or the other, but decided, you know, I need to do a little bit more with accenting more than one fabric in a garment. And so I think this is going to be the trick for that one. So again, this is the buttrick, and I think it's going to be super, super fast. It doesn't have set-in sleeves. It's just a simple raglan style sleeve. Very, very nice. The next project, now you've heard me talk about making linen pants. My promise to do that for quite some time. I'm going to do it now. I have had all of these fabrics have been washed and ready to go. I just have to find the time to do it. And this is my May challenge. So I have finally decided that with our Phoenix Twilight Blue linen, and again, this is all washed up and ready to go, I'm going to make the, I hope it's Petra pant. And I'm going to make the capri style, just like that, right there. I think it's going to be really, really fun. There's an elastic waist that takes a 2-inch elastic, and this couldn't be an easier pair of pants to make, I believe. And so, wish me luck. With that, though, I am going to accent this with a jersey knit top. And I grabbed one of my favorites, which is the square neck top by the fabric of the Friday Company. I can never say this the right way. I'm thinking fabric all the time, but the Friday Pattern Company. And if you don't have this pattern, you really should have it in your pattern archives, because it is written for both a knit and a woven. So it has size options and pattern options for both substrates. And it's just one of the easiest patterns to make. So I think if I combine those pants with this jersey knit top, I know it's a lot of blue, but I love blue. This is just really going to be a cute outfit. And the crop top with the square neck top, I think is going to also look really great with the pant. So that is my linen outfit for this month. And then I have one more, actually two more. I decided I needed to have 2 dresses, and I'm going to start with another jersey knit. And it's a dress. It's a McCall's pattern that I have made before. And it is McCall's 8064. Now this was actually, and I don't have the old pattern number with me here, this was actually a different pattern number. So if it's referenced as 2 different pattern numbers on our website, that's why. And this pattern as a knit garment dress is wonderful, because it's a sleeveless, short sleeve, 3/4 length sleeve, long sleeve, and you can make, it gives you guidelines to make this dress any length you'd like, all the way down to a maxi. So it's really, again, one of those simple patterns to have. I want to draw your attention to the McCall's patterns as well. This week, we are promoting Me Made May. For those of you who follow everybody and see what people are making with their fabric and their garments, and sharing all of their different makes in the month of May, we are promoting our garment patterns and books that we have on our website, and so they're 20% off. But I wanted to say that for the McCall's and Simplicity patterns, they are priced always at $8. So if you did have a question as to why the Simplicity and the McCall's are not on sale, it's because we always sell them at $8, which is really a bargain all year round. So we just left that alone. But this pattern here, this dress pattern, is definitely one that you should have. And I decided, and I had this all washed up at home, you may think it's too dark, I don't know, for a summer dress but I'm going to make a short sleeve round neck dress, just a simple dress out of this Phoenix Purple Magic. And this is just one of my favorite colorways, and I just have to do it. And I know it's very different from the lightness of soft serve here, but I wear for comfort. And so if it's short sleeve in the summertime, I am very comfortable in that dress. And I don't worry so much about whether or not the color fits the season. So that is why I love these dark shades. The next dress I really am excited about. I wanted to have a knit and I wanted to have a woven. This is from Chalk and Notch Patterns. This is the fringe dress and blouse pattern. Look at this really fun dress. So this is going to be my new dress for this summer, and it is written for a woven that has a lot of drape and fluidity to it. So I have selected and washed up our Violetta Copen Blue, and this is just, I think it's just a gorgeous blue. It's not as dusty blue as a denim. It goes towards more of the green family than it is a blue family, but I just love how this is going to look in this dress. So, and it has a really neat, it is for an intermediate skill set, and I think it's because it has a little bit of detail. It has buttons, buttonholes, it has a curved, rounded hemline, and it has various other aspects that probably make it a little bit more of an intermediate. But as I always say, you got to challenge yourself, because if you follow the pattern directions, now I have not read these to know if they're good, bad, or perfect, but as long as you follow and you have confidence and you have patience, you can make anything. Never limit yourself. You can make anything. So this one is going to be really, really fun as my second dress. So those are a few of the plans that I have for the rest of May, and I think it's going to be just so much fun to make each one of these and share the journey along the way as well. You know, the one thing that I also wanted to share with you is the square neck top. Last summer, I did make actually several of these tops out of our rayon as well as the jersey knit. And I'll bring these out when I show you the new outfit out of the linen and the jersey knit here. But the drape on each one of these tops is really, really fun. This is the Violetta in Dusty Denim, and this is the Violetta in Valentine Pink. They're just a simple top that you throw on for the summer. And both of these tops, I lengthened. So I really like a longer top, even though the pattern is for a crop top. I do add about 3 to 4 inches to the length of that garment. So I wanted to share those with you as well. So make that either in a jersey knit or a woven. The book I want to share with you today is called The Act of Sewing by Sonia Phillip. And I really love this book simply because it has so much content. It takes you through, besides the fact that it has full-size patterns included in this book, it has an amazing array of information, from the basic tools and techniques for new sewists. The patterns that are included are a top, a skirt, trousers, and a shirt. Takes you through how to adjust to make each one of these garments your own. Modifications, embellishments. And even combining patterns. That's the one thing that I really enjoy doing, is taking a pattern, whether it's basic or complex, and making it your own and making adjustments to it so that you can use it way more than just once. I marked a couple of pages that I think are really great. often we have tension issues. And I don't know about you, but I really, really like it when I can go to a reference and see and understand the steps that I need to take to adjust the different things on my sewing machine. And I just think it's really a great way to remind everybody that there are steps to take whenever you have issues along the way. Teaching you all of these different techniques, gathering stitches, what fabrics are, how they differentiate, how important it is to pre-wash. And then she takes you through each one of the 4 garments, how to make them, with wonderful instructions. The illustrations in this book are wonderful, as well as how to make it your own. What are the adjustments that you need to make if you have a different body style than her design? So adjusting the chest, adjusting your inseam, adjusting your waistbands, so many different techniques. And I am going to actually make the top out of here and see how it turns out. I really want to follow all of the step-by-step that she has and learn for myself, different ways to finish a hem, different ways to add detail. These are pleats that you can add to the front of a skirt or a top. I mean, look at all this stuff. I just really enjoy books, and I have had sewing books from when I was in high school, which is your basic how to sew book, to more of the modern flair to some of these books that are now on the marketplace. And I just really, really love this particular book. And in the back are all the various pattern pieces that you have to work with. So it is not easy, I'm sure, to make and write these books, but this is just one that I think I'm really going to enjoy. I'd like to answer a customer question about how much stretch and recovery our batik cotton jersey knit has. So what I did is I grabbed the rest of our fabric from when I cut out this top, and I'd like to show you kind of what the stretch is here of our jersey knit. And this is a selvage edge, and so I'm just pulling it across here, the grain of the fabric, and it has a really nice stretch. We kind of estimate it when you do your measuring and stretching to be about 20% stretch. When I look at patterns that are specifically for a knit, I will look for patterns that are 20%, 30%, maybe 35%. But the more stretch that is in that pattern, the more adjusting you will have to do to the pattern for this fabric. I've often taken a woven pattern that's specifically written for a woven fabric and made my adjustments to use a knit. It's not that hard to do. What I normally do is downsize when I use a knit because I don't want the extra ease. I want it to feel a little bit snug, which is the benefit of a knit. And still have that level of stretch to it. So there are a few things you do have to do to adjust for the 20% depending on what your pattern requires, because they're written for a specific stretch. So just know that. I do avoid garment patterns that are written for a 50% stretch. It's just too much of a workaround, and I just find a different pattern that I really enjoy that's going to give me a similar look or the same look using our fabric. When it comes to the topic of how much stretch, and I wanted to share with you here a band that I have added. This is the Lark Tee by Grainline Studios, and I really have never had an issue. I don't know if it's just a technique or how I put on the bands on my t-shirts, but I've really never had an issue with them stretching so that they don't recover. And so I wanted to share this one with you, and it's just a simple finish where the band is attached and then top stitched to keep the band standing up. There are other patterns, and I think, you know, like the square neck top where, and this one even, where it's a facing, it's not a band, it's a facing. And so that facing is interfaced. I still interface even with the knit. And then it is turned inside and stitched down. And that's another way to put on the, you know, just to finish your necklines as well. What I think I'm going to do is a little tutorial on attaching a band to a neckline, much like this lark tee. Maybe I'll make myself a new short sleeve lark tee and share with you the process of what I go through. And I do use my serger, but you can use a sewing machine as well. So we'll address that when I do that little tutorial. I think the goal with any knit that I have sewn with is just not to overstretch it, but yet you do have to have a little bit of stretch around here in order to get that neckline to lay flat. So hopefully that answers your question, but just know that our jersey knit has about a 20% stretch, and I really look for patterns that are more of a heavier t-shirt knit structure, or a jacket, or the dress that I'm going to be making out of the jersey knit. I have another dress back here. I don't know if you can see the blue one, the two-tone blue one there. It's the same exact dress pattern. I just simply cut it and made it one fabric on the shoulder area and another fabric for the dress. And it's just the most comfortable dress because it has the flare and it has the drape. It's not too heavy. Because of the 20% stretch and it's 100% cotton, it isn't going to have that level of drape that our rayon does. But you will love working with this knit as a dress as well. So I'll look forward to sharing with you this dress that I'm going to be making, this one, out of the Phoenix Purple Magic. Okay, so that'll be fun to show that different from the rayon version of this, the fringe dress. So you'll see the difference in the drape. The second question that I would like to address today is in response to our recent episode with Diane of Diane Patterns, where we talked a lot about sewing with our canvas. And it's our 5.8 ounce canvas. And we had so much fun on that episode, so please take a look at that. But as a result of that, we announced also that we are making and pre-quilting our cotton and our canvas. So on our website, you will see a category of pre-quilted fabric. It's all batik, and basically what we're doing is we're taking your custom fabric selections, we're pre-washing them, we're quilting them with the design that you select and with the batting that you select. And those 4 items are different only in their batting option and their main fabric option. So we have canvas and cotton with either a wool batting or a soft and stable batting. Then we have a cotton and cotton option with either a wool batting or a soft and stable option. So we did 4 options for you. First of all, to keep it a little simpler and to remove all of the options that would have been there for one item, as well as some of you are garment sewists who would definitely use the pre-quilted canvas and cotton or cotton and cotton with the wool. We're not going to put soft and stable in a jacket or in something that we're going to wear, but that is more for our accessories, tote bags, purses, for those of you who do not have time nor the desire to quilt up your own fabric and then cut it out to make a bag or a tote or an accessory. So we're here to do all of that work for you. So the pricing of each one of those options includes your pre-washed canvas or cotton for both the main and the lining, the batting, the thread. You're buying a spool of thread that you then get to keep to finish the rest of your project. So those options are there now on our website. And it's really been fun to work with you on these. It's great fun. And we also announced a winner for the By Annie giveaway that we did. And she receives a pre-quilted yard of canvas and cotton and soft and stable, plus all of the notions and accessories to make the ultimate travel bag, which is really very cool. Down the line, we are going to be adding pre-quilted bags and options for each one of the projects that we currently have on our website when it comes to a By Annie bag or a noodlehead bag or any of the handbags and accessories that we currently offer as kits on our website. But as of right now, we are only doing the custom quilting for the fabric that you choose. And so the options are 1 yard, and the 1 yard, 1.5 yards, and 2 yards is basically the options. And 3 yards for the cotton and cotton version. Simply because, for example, a tamarack jacket, a pre-quilted tamarack jacket requires anywhere from 2 yards to 3 yards of 45-inch wide fabric in order to make that jacket. So that is why we have up to 3 yards of pre-quilted fabric for our cotton option. When it comes to the canvas and the cotton option, we left that as 1 yard and 1.5 yards because we haven't found actually, I take that back, up to 2 yards, I believe it is, because of the 57-inch wide canvas that we have. And the patterns that we're working with right now only require up to 2 yards. So any of the accessory patterns, even if you were going to make the tamarack jacket out of the canvas and cotton option, which is what I did, I only used 2 yards of fabric, and that was 2 yards of canvas. And so that's why we have the difference in the yardage between those two. So take a look at those items if you're really interested in letting us pre-quilt your fabric for you, and you can just cut out your patterns and make your garment or make your accessory. And eventually we will get to pre-quilted kits so that you can select from items that we have already put together as pre-quilted fabric. So I wanted to answer that question, and hopefully I didn't add any more confusion, but continue asking those questions and continue looking at all of the various options of pre-quilted cotton and canvas. I think you will definitely love having us do the quilting for you. So that is the other question that I wanted to address today. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful May, a wonderful start to your summer. And I can't wait to start sharing each one of these projects with you over the next week and 2 weeks. And have an awesome Friday, and keep asking your questions and sharing all of your comments, and enjoy your Fabric Friday and a good start to your weekend.